It's,
Yeah,
it really is.
because it is a bit of a cliche, isn't it? That I really don't mean this in a judgmental way. Like, I know we often do disclaimers on our show about I don't mean this, I don't mean this, and but sometimes it kind of gets us annoyed. But here it's because it comes from really like not understand. I don't know what it's like, but it does
Yeah,
feel like there is a bit of a cliche of a whole generation of black fathers walking out on their families.
yeah.
And I think it's it's our generation's black fathers that did this, and so I do understand that there's a bit of a pressure because they're kind of like reacting to that and not
Yeah.
whatever the reason, the circumstance, etc. I think there's a bit
Well,
of
I think
there's that.
I think in general, I think it's like in general, fathers had a tendency to walk out back then and cheat and whatever.
Mm,
And then because there's such a huge stigma and these misconceptions, especially in America around black people, so it's probably more intense with them within this
yeah.
generation, if that makes sense. I don't know. It's really hard to say as white women, and we don't really understand. I don't think either of us come from a culture that understands that kind of.
No, I mean, I know that the French stereotype abroad is that we're all kind of polyamorous adulterers and
Yeah.
unfaithful, and I think I saw that in Emily in Paris, where we could talk about Emily
Hmm.
in Paris, but
Yeah.
where
Oh,
apparently,
very stereotypical
yeah,
show.
and
Yeah.
I
Oh, look, they're in
personally,
Paris.
are they? Oh yeah, talking about Paris, Johnny and Amy were in Paris. They're so
Hmm.
beautiful. But
They
yeah,
are.
Emily in Paris, where I kind of realized, is this the way that we are perceived as unfaithful, hopelessly
Yeah.
romantic people? And it's just not really, not really. So
Yeah.
there are we do have these stereotypes, but we don't. I mean, I personally, as a French person living in France, or whenever I'm abroad, I don't suffer from it. As a French person, I suffer from the reputation that we are all horrible, snobby people. So whenever I say
Hmm.
I'm French abroad, I suffer from that. Um,
Yeah.
Jokingly, yes and no. Like it is kind of like we're not very well liked, and sadly, I
Yeah. No,
understand
neither are
it.
we, especially now. We get a lot of
Right?
stigmas
Yeah.
and hate right now. Right now and in general, people like to judge us without actually ever
Is it that?
seeing an Israeli or knowing what we're like. Like
Yeah.
people are just they're in
Yeah.
love
I'm
with
so
hating us.
sad soul. Hi, sad soul. We are fine. We hope you're well. We're watching
Oh,
The Love Is
hello.
Blind
Yeah, we're watching Love is Blind reunion and
and reacting to
reacting to
it.
the drama. Oh, you gotta love a clean man.
Hmm.
It's funny because Zev is like cleaner than I am. So it's like I think he's the one that's concerned that I'm not clean enough for him.
No, it's not like that in my relationship. JT's got many, many qualities, but well, that's unfair. I think we're on a similar wavelength.
Hmm.
It's just that I'm slightly less patient than he is when it comes to when things
Yeah.
need to be done.
Yeah, so Jessica's daughter is much older than I thought she was. I thought she was like a child.
No, she's a
She's like
teen,
a
isn't she?
teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's even more, difficult.
Mm.
Especially since her friends are probably watching these things and seeing everything go on online. It's
Yeah.
like,
I
I don't
understand that she
know.
wants to protect her.
Well, then if you wanted to protect her, you shouldn't have gone on the show to begin with. I feel like her daughter's
True.
at the age where her friends are probably seeing all of this online and might, let it out on her.
To be
I don't know.
fair, I don't think Jessica's got a bad reputation from this. I
Oh,
think
no, 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 no.
she
But
may have
still,
received some heat after her blowout in the pods, but after
yeah.
that, I think she's fine.
Yeah, probably. Ooh, we like to butt into people's sex life, don't we? Oh, it's just not fun with condoms, though.
I will say something about this. It condoms. It is fun to figure out which brand and which size is best. You go
Oh, I have
through a
no
lot of
idea.
testing.
I've never been the one to buy condoms or go check. I have no idea. I really don't.
No, but
I'm not, you know.
in the sense that when JT and I met, I wasn't on birth control. I'm still not on birth control. We use condoms.
Yeah.
Um and we talked about it, and we had this long conversation about the risks and everything. And so
Yeah.
we just bought a bunch of different types and sizes and things like that, and then just tested them all out to see which one was best.
That's a
And
good fun game to do, I guess.
it was very
I
entertaining.
mean, why not?
Exactly.
But yeah, I just let Zeb bring over a bunch of condoms.
Mm.
And then, how is it disrespectful? It's part of the process. You're allowed to talk about, what you're going through.
Mm.
That's the thing to me. The absurd thing is that they feel the need to apologize for having a conversation with their friend about still having feelings for someone you've just dated and just got rejected from for fun of, I don't know.
Oh, sad soul. What are we all listening to? We are watching the latest episode of Love is Blind and reacting to
Yeah.
it. So please just hop on. We are 38 minutes from the end, because Netflix doesn't really
Yeah.
show how far along you are. So please join us
Unless
and
you
ask
put
your questions.
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, unless you put your cursor on.
Yeah, but then you risk losing your
Exactly. We shan't do that.
no. Yeah, you see, that's the thing. That's why my theory is men need women more than women need men, because it's exactly what Jimmy's saying now, that he can't talk with his guy
Hey, my
friends
mum
about
is
emotional
online.
things. Hi,
Hi,
Mum.
Mama. She's with my
Hello.
grandparents right now. We are watching. So I speak usually French with my mother, but I will not.
You can say it in French. We'll enjoy a sexy
Okay,
accent.
I'll say it in French. On est en train de regarder Love is Blind et on réagit à Love
Yeah.
is Blind avec Michelle, ma co-host de podcast.
Hello. Anyway, I think it's exactly what Jimmy was saying, that he can't talk to his guy friends about emotions, and girls can do that with their girlfriends. And
Yeah.
so that's why for most men, they'll do that in a relationship. And then if they have girls friends that are girls that they talk about emotions, weird suddenly.
Yeah. I agree. And JT, I encourage JT to talk to me about his emotions.
Yeah.
But he has this great guy friend that he has a really good relationship with, and I tell talk to him about it, because if you open up to him, he's probably going to open up to you in return.
Yeah.
And then he says something like, I don't want to be the first. I was like, well, somebody has to.
Let's normalize guys having heart to hearts.
Exactly. No.
That's just excusing her bad behavior.
I really dislike it when women defend women's bad behavior for the sake of sisterhood. I think it would be a better, if you did something that I disagreed with, I think I'd feel safe saying, Michelle, I think this wasn't the best. Like, I'm still here for you and everything, but this wasn't the best, and you may want to just kind of check that behavior and not say it's fine, you're just processing, blah blah blah. I'm just like, because then we don't evolve and we stagnate in this horrible kind of just not great situation.
And I should appreciate you that as a friend, you come to me and give me constructive criticism. And a healthy, mature way to respond is to be able to accept that and say, thank you for shedding light. Because we have a lot of blind spots, even when we have the biggest self-awareness in the world, like self-awareness. Yeah, I think it's important to have also to surround yourself with those kind of people who aren't yes men, and who'll tell you the truth and who'll be honest with you. And I think Micah said that it came from she reacted from a place of pain and hurt and whatever. And yes, it's okay to be hurt, but I think it's such an unhealthy way to respond to it is to attack and to be mean and to when and again, it's why it's so important to work on yourself and have confidence and self-worth, and then you respond, I think, in a calmer way, more relaxed, more mature, and you are able to express your feelings without getting defensive or attacking or anything like that. So
yeah, and my mom says, honestly, best best proof of friendship. And I mean, I agree.
Exactly.
You
Really, it is.
wanna, so does Sad Soul. They're having their
Yeah,
conversation.
we're in
Thank you
agreement.
guys
It's a
for
really good friendship.
interacting.
Really, yeah, all fun. We really should
Um,
normalize that, being able to tell each other the
yeah.
truth.
And I think it's, you also kind of want to make it okay that you can take it badly and leave the door open as well of just, okay, I didn't really like this. I'm just gonna give
Yeah.
myself a bit of time to thanks. I just need to digest it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the door's always open, but it's because also
Yeah.
you know because we took our friendship as an example, it's like your life does
Yeah.
not revolve around me and my life does not revolve around you. And so
Yeah.
I'm gonna maybe say something and not have all of the information, and you're gonna react in a way without having all of my information, and it's just you know have that type of just
Yeah.
we'll say this, and it's just, and you can take it or leave it of just like, yeah, you don't find that's how you're feeling, I disagree, and just agree to move on, as long as we're
Yeah.
not fundamentally kind of, if I start saying that I completely understand um what was going, like, Muslim point of view, like if I was completely against
Yeah.
Gaza and everything, I think that would be a point of contention that we can really come back from.
Yeah.
Like there are some things where if we disagree, then I think that's just profound values. This isn't the case.
Yeah.
There's some things that you just, JT was talking about, he steers away from people who drink and drive and things like that. He's just like,
Yeah.
I steer away from these things, and these profound values are fine to kind of end a friendship, but if it's just random mistakes that have no consequence, then
Yeah.
accept and move on.
Yeah. But it's also being able to look at to accept the fact that your friend may have different views from you. You may agree on one thing and disagree on another thing, and that's okay, as long as you're able to have an open conversation and communicate about it and listen to the other person. There's certain things that, if your values don't align, then what can you do? But like, you need to accept that a person may see things differently. So
I was going to say, I'm seeing that there are people following the live, so I'm really happy about it. You'll follow the Pop Culture Cupid Instagram page and
mm-hmm.
Spotify, Pop Culture
And
Cupid,
YouTube.
and YouTube.
Yeah, join us there too.
That's where this is like the technical difficulties. We were doing the live on our other pages.
Yeah.
But please follow, Pop Culture Cupid. You can follow out, Michelle Lehman and Love Coach Alison as well. But this is all going on Pop Culture Cupid, YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, and we're all, going to post there. And great way to support us and our professional
Yes.
ventures.
I lost track of what was going on over there.
Yeah, same. Talking about Jimmy, they're talking about Jimmy and
I think
Jessica.
reacting to how Chelsea was dragged through the mud.